They kept crossing my yard during construction, so I turned it into a toll zone. I own 5 acres at the edge of a light industrial corridor that used to be quiet until logistics took over the county. I bought the property 9 years ago, fenced it, graded it, and built my own small operation right in the center of it. My yard isn't decorative. It's load-bearing space, equipment staging, vehicle turns, drainage paths. The land works because it's uninterrupted and because it's mine. The facility next door wasn't new. They'd been there for years without issues. What changed was the expansion. A new wing, tighter deadlines, more trucks. Overnight, the crew doubled. That's when the shortcuts began. At first, it was boots, workers stepping through the corner of my yard to save 30 seconds, then tool carts, then pickup trucks idling on my gravel. By the 3rd week, forklifts were crossing my property like it was a service lane. I walked over and found the site manager. I said, "Your crew's cutting through my yard." He shrugged and said, "We'll be out of your way once this phase wraps." That wasn't permission. It wasn't even an apology. The crossings didn't slow. They escalated. Concrete splatter on my drainage swale, ruts where a box truck cut too tight. One morning, I found a trench dug straight across my lot, unmarked, unshored, just to run a temporary power line. I photographed everything: dates, tire tracks, license plates. I pulled my survey and staked the line again. Bright flags every 10 feet. They crossed anyway. I sent a formal notice. Certified. Clear language. Cease access immediately. Restore damage. Future entry will be treated as trespass. The response came from their operations director. She offered a temporary access agreement. No rent, no timeline, no insurance rider, just trust. I declined. The next Monday, a semi clipped my fence and bent a post. That was the last straw. I didn't argue. I didn't threaten. I hired a civil engineer and a traffic control firm. By Wednesday morning, my yard had cones, signage, and a portable gate arm installed exactly on my property line. Big reflective letters read, "Private access, fee required." When their crew rolled up and stopped, confused, I walked out with a laminated rate sheet. Per crossing, per vehicle, damage surcharge, escalation clause. They laughed. Then they tried to drive around it. That's when the sheriff showed up. I had the survey, the notices, the photos. He told them to back up and use their own entrance. Production stalled, trucks stacked up, concrete set in drums, radios crackled with panic. By afternoon, I got a call demanding I remove the obstruction. I said, "It's not an obstruction, it's a service." They filed in court the next day claiming necessity and economic harm. I countered with trespass, property damage, and unauthorized utility installation. In the courtroom, the judge didn't raise his voice once. He asked, "Do you have an easement across this land?" They didn't. The ruling was narrow and brutal. Immediate injunction barring all access to my property. Mandatory restoration of all damage within 14 days. Authorization for me to regulate entry with reasonable fees if access was requested in writing. They requested it. Every truck, every forklift, every delivery. The tolls added up fast. Delays cost them penalties with their own clients. Schedules slipped. Overtime exploded. Within a month, they redesigned their internal roads and built a longer route on their side, pouring new concrete where they should have done it in the first place. When it was over, my yard was restored, reseeded, and quiet again. The gate came down. The signs stayed. They crossed my yard because deadlines made rules inconvenient. So I turned it into a toll zone because ownership only means something when you enforce it. If a company treated your land like a shortcut, would you let it slide, or would you make every step cost them? Hit like and subscribe.